The most experienced team, oldest team in the country. We have a bunch of young guys, and for our guys to play from start to finish, really well. We had our hiccups. We didn't play great all the time, but I thought, going into the game, they're such a skilled team, and they shoot the ball so well. We wanted to get to the three-point shooters when make them put it down. We wanted to go inside early to Chad. We thought we had an advantage there, and Chad played, unbelievable. But we hit some timely shots. But our offense wasn't perfect. We got a long way to go, but I thought our guys, showed some toughness. We defended and we rebounded, and that's how you win at this level. And our guys are learning. We got, like I said, we're taking baby steps. We still make some mistakes, but the guys they're playing hard. They're playing for each other, and we're connected. And now this is a motivator to get back into the gym and get better.
All right, we're going to go to questions first from Chad Venning or Kyrell Root.
Kyrell, Paul Snyder, the Montauk Sun. How about those key threes you hit down the stretch? How did that feel?
Well, I didn't get too excited because the game wasn't over, but it was just our teammates executing plays, finding an open shot, really kick out from Chad, which started it. So just playing off each other.
Kyrell and Chad, hello again. Like Paul said, you guys hit some big shots down the stretch. But Chad, I want to ask you first. You're from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You come back to the big city.
Yeah.
How does it feel to keep it going, man? You've been on fire the last 3 games.
I just feel good. I just want to thank my teammates and my coaches for putting me in a position to be like this. It's a team effort. Like, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without it.
Yeah, you guys, Notre Dame was a really good three-point shooting team, as you guys saw on film and talked about, but you held them to 12%. What was the key to defending the perimeter?
Just to run them off the line, try to make them attack with their head down, step in with charges. You see that a couple of times. We had a couple of charges, but just run them off the line, really.
It's a question for Chad. First of all, congratulations on both of you guys.
Thank you.
You guys, young, but you guys kept momentum and pushed the pace. Being a young team, and they made a lot of runs, what helped you to really stick together and really start playing basketball and focus?
It starts in practice. We work on moments like this, so it's keeping our composure, just executing plays on offense and defense, staying down and jump on face. That was the big thing, and that was it, really.
Yeah, I thought, this was a game I thought we had to get off to a good start. We had to earn some respect from Notre Dame, and I thought we did get off to a good start. We made some shots, got the ball inside to Chad, got some stops. In the second half, it's like, it's the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. Those are critical times. And I thought we did a decent job of finishing the half, and we didn't do a great job. They started getting the ball off the dribble into the paint a little bit, which was a concern. But I thought our guys dealt with that adversity a little bit, and we did a better job as the second half went along. But to hold them to 0 for 9 from threes, outscoring by 24 from the three-point line, and they're the three-point shooting team. That's a big key, And I thought getting the ball into Chad, like I said earlier in my opening statement, I thought that was, we thought we had an advantage there, but you never know. You're watching tape, and you think you do, and and I thought Chad gave us something, and we talked about those threes that Kyrell hit, and that was all because they had the double team, and Chad was unselfish and kicked the ball out. So any good offense goes inside out, and Chad has come a long way. He couldn't do this, 3 or 4 weeks ago. He's gotten in shape. He's got some confidence, and they're looking for him. Any player, any perimeter player, when you have a good big guy, you want to feed him because you're going to get some shots, because they're going to have to double team. But I thought we hit some. We dealt with adversity. They cut it down to 9, I think, and we didn't panic. And we, like you said, we have such a young team. But I thought our guys kept their composure for the most part, and we had a great crowd.
I got a couple more for you.
Yep.
Jan,
Yes.
the monster on the glass.
Yeah, he's got a double-double. He had 10 at halftime, I believe. He's doing his part. He's not the biggest kid. He's a freshman, but he can shoot the ball. Didn't shoot the ball great today, but he defended and he rebounded. And that's what you got to do. Your offense is going to be fickle. You're never going to have – it's not going to always be there, but your defense has to be the staple, and your rebounding. And I thought he did a really good job in those areas.
And Moses Flowers also got.
Yeah, it's like Moses it's been tough. He's been hurt. coming back with the concussion. I think, he hit that shot the other night that gave him a little bit of confidence. And then playing in this type of environment against this type of competition, I think, he played well. He hit a shot coming off the bench. And we need some production, offensive production off the bench. And I think he can give it to us. And the same thing with Quan. Quan hit that three in the corner. We need stuff like that. Those guys aren't going to come off and get 25, but they need to come into the game and give us some production. And I thought they did that. Yep.
You talk about, and I always said maturity.
Yeah.
You're growing as a team.
Yep.
Notre Dame, dribble drive, got into the lane early. But talk about the weak side help with pivotal.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We worked on it. You always have to have somebody at the rim. They're running that motion offense where they lift the 4 and the 5. And if you don't have a guy at the rim, then they're going to get slips and drives. And I thought our guys had, we broke down sometimes. But I think we showed a lot of discipline being a young team and having somebody at the rim all the time. And I thought we did a good job on the ball screens, showing a little bit and really, reading it, when to show, when not to show, when to down it, ice it, as people say. I thought that was a big key. And going into the game, we thought we had an advantage with Chad inside, but we knew we were at a disadvantage with 14 on the perimeter. And I thought Chad did a reasonable job out there defending him.
A game like this has to be a real confidence builder for the kids and for you. Will you be bringing it up to them over and over again about the effort that they had and how hard they played and the big threes that they played down as the season goes down the road? Yeah.
I think we're a young team and we got a lot of growing up to do. But a game like this can only help. It puts things in perspective. And I think from a coaching standpoint, you always try to emphasize, they have great skill, and we wanted to have more will. And you try to preach that to the guys. And sometimes if it doesn't happen and you're in the game and you're playing hard and you're still losing, like sometimes you lose your voice. But a game like this, I think we emphasize to the guys is like, hey, if we play hard, in our defense, we can score 63 points and still win. I think that's a great lesson and something that we'll hop on, all year. We played Canisius and we scored 80 and lost, so we've made some strides on the defensive end.
Say, besides Chad having a homecoming, a little bit for Darryl Banks too. I thought Darryl just made a lot of good decisions and made a lot of big plays.
Yeah, he hit a big three. And, Darryl's offense is not out. He scored 34 against, I don't know who it was, Bowling Green maybe. His offense is always going to be there, but he does so much else for us. He defends, he gets loose balls, and he's a really good player. And, he's going to be a really good player for us for the next couple of years.